what's up? I'm now showing you my next video, which also deals with the future, more specifically the future perfect and the future continuous. And before we start, I must tell you that these two tenses have got quite a complex form, and that means that they're not very useful in English. In fact, people don't normally use them. They are used especially in writings, in written tasks, but not in everyday conversation. But still, you know that we have to learn it. It is obligatory for us to know about this, so let's get it started. In this case, these are the forms of the future perfect. So you can say this: I will have played, you will have sung, or will they have listened. And this is the future continuous. I will be playing, you won't be singing, and will they be listening. Again, these are not very common tenses, because normally when we speak, we tend to speak about the past and not the future. So normally the past is much more common than the future. Like usually, we will focus on the form and the use of these two tenses, and then I'll give you some practice. So now, how can we form the future perfect? Look, it is perfect, and that means that we need the auxiliary have and the participle. That is the third column of irregular verbs or the ed ending. Look now at the affirmative. We use will and have and the ed ending. The good thing about this is that all the persons have got the same form. Look, I, you, he, we, they will have walked. No change, no variation, so everything simple. In the negative, we use will not or won't have walked for all the persons. And then in the interrogative, we use will, then the person, have, and walked. And we use the future perfect when we want to talk about something that will be completed by a specific moment in the future. We usually use by to explain when the specific moment in the future will be. Look, we'll have learned how to ski perfectly by the end of the holiday. That means that when the holiday is finished, we will have completed the action of learning how to ski. And example number 2 is, I will have passed all my exams by this time next year. In this case, that means that by this time next year, the exams will be passed and that action will be completed. Remember that by always goes with the future perfect. So that's a good keyword to remember. The future continuous is formed like this. Because it is continuous, we need the verb to be and the ing ending. Again, the good thing about this is that all the persons have got the same form. So, for the affirmative, we use will, be, and the ing ending for I, you, he, we, and they. For the negative, we've got will, not or won't, be, and the ing ending. So that means that it is I, you, he, we, they won't be walking. And then for the interrogative, it is will, the person, be, and the verb with the ing ending. Will I be walking? And you have to know that we use the future continuous to refer to future actions which take place over a period of time, like I can meet you tomorrow, I'll be visiting my grandmother. So during a period of time, I am going to be visiting my grandmother. Or for actions which have already been planned. We'll be leaving on the day after Christmas. Now you may be thinking, plans? Don't we use be going to for plans? Yes, that's right. Normally we use be going to or the present continuous for plans. And in some occasions, we can also use the future continuous. I told you that the future continuous is not so common, but we have to learn it. And now, above everything, it is important that you know the difference between the future continuous and the future perfect before anything else. Well, as usual, take a look at the links that you want. Here you've got plenty of them for you to practice. And thank you very much for watching. Here's my picture. This time it's totally different. It is on a place quite close from Spain. It is the Algarve, at the south of Portugal. And it was last year, in summer, in 2016. Thank you, and that's it. Thank you very much. Bye!